You start off 2025 with the first Fortnite session of the year, with your headset that's literally hanging by a thread. Your chair reeks of old Doritos and desperation, but it's hard-earned. You think of it as your battle throne from all those victory royales you've racked up. Your Discord server buzzes with your friends' voices. You've got your squad, No-Scope Ned, your best friend, an anime girl 420, a 40-year-old accountant escaping his bored life of Excel spreadsheets who likes to make a few too many sexual innuendos. The battle bus drops you in Tomato Town, but before you could open your glider, your door swings open. Mom barges in, wielding laundry and the audacity of someone who's never felt the rush of a battle royale in her life. "Pause your little game and come sit at the dinner table," she tells you. "I can't pause it! It's online!" You scream, trying to stay alive while she blocks your view of the screen like a human eclipse. Too many "Yo mama" jokes run through your head. A pity that literally is your mama. You die right away, and what's worse, Anime Girl 420 starts brutally roasting you through your Dorito headphones. "At least my mama knows not to roast me when I'm playing with myself." "Shut it, Annie." Wait, what did he say? Determined to salvage your reputation, you hop into Warzone right after dinner. This time your squad is joined by a new voice, soft, sweet, and delicate. Her username reads, "Natasha come to play." "Hey boys, mind if I join?" You freeze. Is this a girl? Playing Warzone? Your adolescent brain does mental gymnastics like a squirrel on 5 cups of coffee. Girls don't exist in games unless they're yelling at their boyfriends or trolling people like you, right? Your heart starts to beat as fast as you can send her an invite. As soon as the game starts, you and Natasha click like 2 fresh Lego bricks. She's funny, you work well together, and she says your name in a way that makes your insides feel like a warm cookie. By the end of the match, she's carrying you and your squad to a glorious victory. Hours of playing turn into days. She laughs at your jokes, yes, even the corny ones, and listens when you talk about your existential dread of adulthood. Your friends are now teasing you mercilessly. "She ain't into you, bro," Ned says. That was all the encourage you needed. The next day, as you're talking to Natasha about your favorite Netflix series, you lay it on her thick. You throw every trick in the book at her, and by some miracle, she isn't repulsed. You think, this is it. I'm in. You muster the courage to ask her to FaceTime. She hesitated, but eventually agreed. The screen lights up. Natasha appears, and she's every bit as stunning as you pictured her. Flawless skin, piercing green eyes, and a smile that could heal the blind. Her blonde hair bounces as she tilts her head. So cute. You feel your cheeks turn red. Hi, Natasha, it's nice to finally see you." She starts off with the most adorable giggle you've ever heard. The two of you proceed to hit it off for a few minutes. Everything's going according to plan. Until her image flickers. For just a fraction of a second, the flawless Russian beauty on your screen glitches. Taking her place is a lanky, pale guy in a dark room. Before you could figure out what's going on, Natasha pops back up. Your heart sinks into your stomach. You've got a bad feeling about this. "Natasha? What was that?" Her video starts to warp violently, and when the screen starts to stabilize, you're no longer looking at Natasha. It's just you and the pale guy from earlier. "You got me, bro. Name's Ivan." Your brain struggles to understand what's going on. "Wait, so you've been pretending to be her this whole time?" Turns out, Ivan was a streamer using an AI filter to lead you on for content. His streams of you simping over Natasha have been racking up thousands of views in Russia. You're an internet celebrity over there now. You hang up without another word, staring at your reflection on the black phone screen. In some part of Russia, Ivan's laughing it up with his audience, making a mockery of you, but you feel nothing. Then you spiral. You avoid everyone for an entire week as you rewatch Ivan's stream of your games together. Did you misread the vibe? Were you into him? Does that make you gay? Maybe Ivan identifies as a female, so I'm not gay. It is 2025 after all. You gaslight yourself into thinking that love transcends shady AI ethics. You and Natasha, Ivan, could make this work. You text her, "Hey, maybe we can still be a thing?" Ivan lands a finisher on you. "No, Diddy." What are you doing? You're not even attracted to boys. You uninstall Warzone out of spite. You lay in your bed and question everything. Is love just an algorithm? You gaze at the ceiling, wondering if you'll ever find someone who gets you, someone who's real. You wake up the next morning, your mind still spinning from the whole Natasha is a dude who used you for a content saga. The betrayal stings, but another realization stings you harder. You fell victim to Natasha because you can't rizz up girls IRL. It's not that you don't want to. Oh, you dreamed about it plenty. Witty banter, effortless charm, sweeping the huzz off their feet like a white Duke Dennis. But dreams are just that, dreams. Neon has more rizz than you. The thought of approaching a girl sends your anxiety into overdrive. Your brain turns into a toxic committee of self-doubt. What if she thinks you're creepy? What if your jokes fall flat? What if you're so bad at this she makes a TikTok about it? Even worse, your arsenal of pickup lines feels more outdated than a Blockbuster membership card. You try it anyway. You're at the food court, sweating bullets while sipping a bottle of Prime. Across from you, a girl about your age is waiting for a pretzel. You muster up every ounce of bravery and decide to strike. "Hey," you say, leaning toward her table like you're in a bad Disney rom-com. "What's your favorite type of pretzel?"
I don't know, regular, I guess?
Your brain short-circuits. You end up gawking at her. She gives you a polite smile that screams, "Please stop talking to me," grabs her pretzel, and leaves. You sit there, thinking about how you just failed at discussing bread. It's not just the lack of practice, it's the sheer weight of expectation. Social media makes flirting look easy. Quick DMs, quick captions, emojis doing half the work. But in real life, there's no backspace, no editing, no Rizap to tell you what to say. Just you, fumbling over your words and fumbling the baddies. And so you retreat to your room, back to your screen and your digital safety net. You tell yourself it's better this way. No risk, no embarrassment. But deep down, you know you're just stalling until you can finally figure out how to step outside and face the world without tripping over your own shoes. After a few too many failed attempts to Riz IRL, you finally decide to dip your toes in the murky waters of Tinder. It's not an easy decision. What if someone you know sees you on there? The thought makes your stomach flip. You imagine the group chat lighting up with screenshots of your profile, people roasting your bio, and that one guy from math class commenting, "Bro really thought he could pull that? Come on." But hey, what's worse? A little embarrassment or spending another Saturday night third-wheeling your parents' Netflix binge. The first step is to pick a picture. But here's the problem. You're you. You scroll through your camera roll and realize you only have 3 types of pictures. Blurry photos where you look like Bigfoot fleeing a paparazzi. Group photos where you're the least photogenic person. And that one decent selfie from junior year, taken under perfect lighting that you will never recreate. You settle on the selfie, knowing full well it screams, "This guy peaked in high school." Now comes the bio, the part where you're supposed to summarize your entire personality in 500 characters. How do you even begin? Every idea sounds either desperate or cringy. Love pizza and Netflix. So does everyone on Earth. Looking for my player too. Reminds you too much of Natasha. I'm 5'9", but my personality is 6'5". Way to lift yourself up, idiot. After an hour of agonizing, you settle on, chill guy who likes gaming, movies, and bad jokes. Let's see where this goes. It's not winning any awards, that's for sure, but at least it doesn't make you sound like a 4chan user. As soon as your profile is live, the swiping begins. You're nervous, but a small part of you is hopeful. Maybe this is where you find your soulmate, or at least someone who doesn't ghost you mid-conversation. The hope dies about 15 swipes in. Checking out the competition was your first mistake. You want to see what you're up against, an army of gym bros. These guys are shredded, shirtless, and flexing in front of mirrors that probably cost more than your entire wardrobe. Then there are the crypto flexers, who seem to think their personality begins and ends with hashtag Bitcoin investor. They're standing in front of rented Lamborghinis, flashing watches that are probably counterfeit, and their bios proudly state, "Looking for a queen who can match my hustle." Meanwhile, you're sat here in your pajama pants wondering if owning a Funko Pop collection is a red flag. It gets worse. Every girl's bio makes you feel embarrassed about looking for love. 6'2" or swipe left. No short kings. Hookups only. No time for anything serious. At 5'9", you're too short for their superficial standards, but too tall to qualify for the empowering short king movement. And the hookups only thing? That's not your vibe. You're here for something real, not a transaction. You want movie nights and deep conversation. But on dating apps, that makes you feel like an old man yelling at clouds. The worst part isn't the rejection. It's the realization that you're not built for this world. Dating apps feel like a gladiatorial arena where the loudest, flashiest, and most obnoxious people win. You wear your heart in your sleeve, only to get bulldozed by a shirtless dude named Tyler holding a protein shake and a chihuahua. You delete the app before anyone you know sees you. Your ego feels bruised, but it isn't broken. It's clear that dating apps, just like rizzing up girls in person, are a battlefield where you're outgunned. Maybe the problem isn't you, it's the system. Or maybe, just maybe, it's time to admit that the pretzel girl was the love of your life all along and you fumbled her. You sleep the heartbreak off.